only, let's see, 2 heroes didn't get points this this RTN season. Yeah, Oldham's not necessarily gone just yet. Hi, and welcome all to episode 26 of the Win and In podcast. I am your host, Eric Dauernheim, and today I have I'm going to try to say the Spanish word for main friend, which I knew was like something amigo, but I forgot the Spanish word for main. So anyways, I got my good buddy here, Gabe Hohenstein.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, we're here to talk more Flesh and Blood. It's we're on our weekday schedule, so we're kicking it in gear, getting a podcast out every week now.
Oh yeah, chugging it,
really are. All right, so let's get into the last week of the RTNs, the last chance for anyone to qualify for nationals, the last chance for heroes to get their points, the last chance for Briar to become LL.
Sad. I love Briar.
I know. Well, guess what? You can love her even more because one of the biggest stories going on right now is that Briar has gotten the Prism treatment, which means Briar sits very firmly on 998 points.
Pedestal.
She's on the highest pedestal that there possibly could be. She only needs 2 points, which means only one more person needed to win with Briar in order for her to LL. But she stays safe, which also means Rosetta Dorn stays safe. So if you're a Viscerai player, if you're a Zach Bunn lover, you can still play Viscerai, and Vincent will have access to that blade all the same. So...
if it doesn't LL before then, though.
That is true. That is a very good point. Briar could LL beforehand. I would find that very hard to believe because there's only big tournaments coming up at this point. We have a Battle Hardened LA and a Calling Singapore. So she does have a bit of a home field advantage for Calling Singapore. Singapore renowned to be Briar lovers over there. So maybe there's a shot, but
so be sad but cool.
It'd be pretty cool to get her boom way over, but it's not the meta. I don't think we haven't seen a Briar in the top 8 of a Battle Hardened in quite a bit. It's just not a good meta for her to really be where she once was.
But that's right. With the whole new Prism meta coming up, she might be more favored. So we could see her jumping in.
I could easily see her give Prism some problems, especially with her being able to have Arcane as well as physical attacks and going wide. Everything Prism just doesn't want to deal with. So I can see that happening. So for you Prism players out there, is a sad day because losing Briar would have made things a little easier for you guys.
Oh, yeah. Would have been a walk in the park.
At that point, all you gotta do is worry about ninjas. The most versatile hero, the hero that used the most generics, which is Briar, is still gonna be around. So we still have her for, I would probably say, honestly, until maybe even until up to the next ProQuest season. Honestly,
possible.
It is possible. Unless if she just excels with this new Dusk Till Dawn meta, then okay, her time could come to an end. But if she can't get a first place, then I think we have to once again wait until the next, ProQuest season that gives out 2 points per hero. And then at that point, everyone's going to be rushing to be the first person to give her the 2 points for her to LL.
Get the name on the board.
Yep, get you.
I mean, if she's around for nationals, I might have to play her just because if you could get those points, you'd be down a hero or a villain, whichever way you look at it. Brody Spurlock might give you the eyes.
Yeah, Brody gets to keep his favorite hero. I'm curious how that will go. He's been off Briar for a minute because she hasn't been quite there. We will see. It's going to be a whole new meta coming. So aggro tends to be the first decks that come out from a whole new meta. So it wouldn't surprise me if Old Faithful is there to remain.
Hey, new Runeblade cards. We know there's a specialization.
She does get a new specialization. Yeah. Yeah, we got some new cards that got spoiled since the last time we've done the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got that to get into as well. So that'll be fun. So yeah, I think the biggest news: Briar's still around, Rosetta Thorne's still around. Let's move on.
Totally.
All right. I also want to say I did my part. I gave her points in the Road to National season, so I did my part. You know, that was on you guys. If you guys wanted her to be allowed.
Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. I got close a few times.
You did.
Get it out.
Yeah, I was able to get Icelander some points over the weekend. I was able to.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Go to the same store that I went to that I got Briar LL points. I went there to get Icelander points. I will admit, whenever I got Briar LL points, it was a 9-man pro quest, so a little less people makes things a little easier. But now, this time around, not the case. Had a ton of people from California come in. You know, some very good players. Majid Bay was there. It was not a go there, get the guaranteed invite, go home. It was definitely had to fight and crawl and claw and everything else. But we got there with Icelander. I don't know. I felt like there's something there for Icelander, so I took her and was able to get there.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Anything special about your list that got you there, or do you want to tell the viewers, or just?
Well, we do have a video for Deck Tech about it coming. You can see it there. Hell, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can look at the list. We'll put in the link.
Nice.
Yeah, it's you know, it's nothing real special from other Icelander lists that are out there, but it does look different from when Icelander was the dominant hero. She definitely has to play different cards nowadays in order to keep up with Lexi, basically. But yeah.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So that happened there. And then a lot of other. Oh, actually, that's what I want to talk about. Let's look at, because LSS, I give them a lot of flack for their website leaving stuff out, or they're late on announcements, but they did do this pretty well this time around. As far as the LL points, they've been putting those out almost as soon as the week comes to an end. And so now that our team season is fully wrapped up, I kind of wanted to go over, what heroes got the most points, and what type of metas we were kind of looking at.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, as you can imagine, Oldham, number 1.
Yep.
No surprise there. What do you think is number 2?
Okay, so inherently, I want to say Lexi because we've seen the predominance of that.
You know what?
That's not what I'm going to say.
Let me stop here because I was wrong. Oldham's number 2. Lexi's number 1. So,
okay.
So what's number 3?
Lexi's not number 1. That's kind of
Lexi
weird,
is number 1 by actually a lot of points. So,
okay, that makes more sense because I was like, if it's not number 1,
right?
It's no way Oldham really got over that much. So I was like, maybe it's as deep. Okay, so Oldham's number 2.
Yep, so Oldham number 2.
Number 3, I want to say Katsu.
Katsu did get some points. A lot of heroes. There's actually only 2 heroes didn't get points this RTN season. Yeah, Levia and Bolton were the 2 heroes.
You could have got there, bro. You love Levia.
That would have been really cool. No, I couldn't have. With how hard that meta was, there's no way. No, yeah. Those 2 did not get any, but every other hero did actually get points, including Katsu. Katsu got 30 points, so a pretty good number, That means 10 people won with Katsu, or not 10 people, I'm sorry, 15 people won with Katsu. The hero that comes in third is Dromai, so it kind of follows that same meta trend. Fourth is Uzuri, so again, still following that same meta trend.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, the hero that got the least amount of points but still got point was a bit surprising to me. You have any guesses? Azalea actually did pretty well. She got 36 points. She might have actually been the one after Uzuri. In fact, yeah, I think she is. So she did pretty well. She's in a pretty good spot this meta. So people were able to pilot her to get herself some living legend points. No.
Good for them.
So the last place that got points is actually a tie. Now one is Riptide. And that kind of makes sense. Riptide is not quite there, but it's pretty fun to play. But think of another hero that's pretty fun to play.
Is it Original Arachne? That one's kind of fun.
Original Arachne? No. If it wasn't for Tao Tao, probably wouldn't have got any points. No, Original Arachne actually got three people won with him. I think Tao Tao got 2 wins with that person. So
totally. Fun hero to play. Reinar is my favorite. That's it.
Yeah, only one person won with Reinar over the RTN season.
That's surprising. I feel like there would have been a lot more.
I felt like that too, especially when we saw at the Antwerp calling, a Reinar in top 8. I was for sure there'd be a surge of Reinars, and maybe there was, but just sadly none of them really got there except for one person. So if you're that one Reinar person and you're listening now, comment below. We'll give you all the props needed, and we want the deck lists.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Did how many Kano's won?
Kano got 16 points, so 8 Kano players won. Kano's actually in a pretty good spot this meta. Can outrace Lexi, can just roll over old him. Droma is obviously the problem there, which is probably why there's so few. But,
Which, I guess, I want to get into a little, because I know we talked about this before. So, Dromai into Kano. Dromai usually plays red cards. Why is Dromai a bad matchup for Kano? Just because they build a board presence, or? So,
Dromai has a few cards in her arsenal of cards. So, one is, the most obvious one is Damai. Damai basically shuts Kano off from being able to do Kano stuff. Now, Kano can still do stuff on his turn, but once Dromai starts getting Aether Ash Wings, she can start, pitching to Flamescale Furnace to even create more resources out of nothing.
Makes more sense.
But she also has stuff like Sand Cover. She plays Oasis Respite. She has just stuff that just absorbs arcane damage, which is very good. And then finally, one of probably the biggest things that she has is Dragons. So if she gets an early Kyloria out, Kano cannot pop the Kyloria. So Kano has to put 2 cards in front of this dragon in order for the Dromai to not draw a card. And all Dromai has to do is play 1 red card. So play a Sigil Solace, gain 3 life, come in with Kyloria. You just took 2 cards out of Kano. Okay. It's rough. It's so rough.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense why that's a bad matchup now. I guess I was a little in the dark on that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Holy cow.
Dromai has a pretty good time against Wizard. Although I had to face a very good Dromai player, I had to face him in the just in the round robin, but then we faced each other in top 4, and I was able to get there as Icelander. Icelander has a little bit easier time, especially with the list I ran, because you have 9 poppers, and Frostbite is a lot harder for Dromai to deal with. Yeah, especially being red.
Good. What was your top 4 like for that event?
It was Oldhim, Uzuri, Dromai, Icelander. So nice. A very good spread. And that's kind of another thing I want to talk about the RTN season. Very good spread of heroes, It's not so Lexi, 142 points. That's a large amount of people. 71 people won with Lexi. That's huge, right? Oldhim, 98. So you're looking at 49 people. So those are the real big ones. A lot of people won with those. After that, everyone kind of is within range of each other. And you're seeing a pretty diverse meta. So, Briar, Icelander, Dash, Viserai. I mean, the list goes on. There's just so many players and different heroes that actually got points. I think the only ones that, like you said, we weren't seeing, Levy and Bolton didn't get any points. It's not their time. Reinar, unfortunately, just not his time. Arachne and Riptide are the only ones that really just didn't get too many points to really be well represented. But every other hero got a good amount of points.
Yeah, we'd love to see it. It's just healthy meta. People get in play the heroes they love and enjoy.
It's a very healthy meta. Very healthy meta. I would be not surprised at all if no bans came out of this meta, especially when we're about to hit this new one.
Yeah.
Now,
No, I'd agree completely.
a topic to kind of go over is something that I kind of just realized from people telling me on Sunday was that Oldham's not necessarily gone just yet.
Okay, continue. I'm confused.
Yeah, he has hit Living Legend. That is true. He does have enough point to hit Living Legend, but he hasn't officially been in Living Legend status. And that's not set to happen until the next BNR announcement. And the next BNR announcement is set to happen within the release of Dusk Till Dawn.
Really? There's not one before that? Before like the calling and the
So both Battle Hardened LA and Calling Singapore can have Oldham players.
No way.
Yes.
I gotta look that up.
Yes. So this will be something similar to Starvo, where Starvo LL'd during the I guess it was RTN season, but then was able to stay around.
ProQuest.
Yeah. Or ProQuest season, that's right. So that is something. Now, here's the deal. They made an announcement a while back, back when we were in this latest ProQuest season, about Briar. And if Briar hit LL, they were going to make an immediate, BNR, and she'd be out. That was the announcement. They haven't made that announcement for Oldham. So we might not have that be the case, but they also could just say, well, when we made that announcement for Briar, we really meant for any hero. So there is still a chance Oldham could still get banned, by the end of this week, by the end of this podcast even. But
so my thought is, was that Ball Lightning Briar when they were talking about that? Or
no, this is Briar, during this last ProQuest season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's a chance Briar could have LL during the ProQuest season. But she did not. She got close, but no.
Briar wasn't even that powerful, because I was going to say if it was like Ball Lightning, I could see it because it's overpowered, but I feel like Oldham's not an issue right now in the meta, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, I think a lot of people would argue Oldham's probably the best deck in the meta, so...
but it's not like... It's, best deck, but it's not like oppressive.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Well, you're not doing it right. No, okay, I'm joking.
I'm just a bad Oldham player. I gotta go. I mean, they could also be thinking about the upcoming Singapore and the Battle Hardened, and they don't want.
I think that is
new meta.
I think that's fair. I think that is something that they might be considering. I think there's two sides to it, right? There's the side if you're playing Oldham, because you know that even if he hits the Living Legend status, you will still be able to play him for Battle Hardened or Calling coming up. Then you're going to be upset if he got banned. But if you aren't planning to play Oldham, then you would be thrilled. Or maybe you might still be upset because now you have a whole new meta to think about. But, you might also be thrilled because it's a whole new meta. And so being a whole new meta means that, you could have a Katsu win the Calling or a Dorinthia or something.
Which, I mean, that happened, 2 weeks before I went to Indianapolis? There was that banning and restriction.
There was a banning, so it made no heroes banned, but it basically took Vi out for sure. And it did, provide like a new meta. I don't know. To your point, LSS has done stuff like that to provide new metas in such short notices. Heavy.
Yeah, but not this heavy. Taking a full hero out.
Yeah, full hero plus a weapon. So it's like 2 big bans. So, but it seems weird. Like, I guess Oldham would just be a hero. His weapon's already banned.
We know what you meant.
Yeah. So that's something that could happen, but probably won't since we haven't heard any news. But who knows? We'll find out. We will find out. I think it'll be exciting either way. I think this might be a lot of people's last chance to play Oldham. I think that was a lot of people's idea of playing RTN season. But now you can hold on to the old man just a little longer.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
I know, it is.
That might be some news for these viewers.
It is.
Holy cow.
Well, we were seeing videos come up all over YouTube about, what's the Oldham list meta look like? And I was just thinking, we could make that video. But, the truth is, the Oldness meta doesn't exist.
Eric's going through commenting on all these videos. You idiot! What are you talking about? You know you're talking about.
Well, I can't say that because like I said, wouldn't surprise me if Ellis was like, "We're gonna go ahead and ban him," and then it would just blow up in my face. So
awkward.
Yep.
Oh my god! All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Shit.
So that's the Living Legend leaderboard. That is kind of what happened throughout the whole RTN season. We did get a Battle Harden that happened over this last weekend in Metropol. It's in Germany.
Yeah.
And that one was a pretty cool one to look at too. Just like the Living Legend leaderboards, it was very diverse in the top 8. We only saw one hero get repeated, which was Dromai.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 Dromais in top 8, a Kano and an Icelander, so 2 wizards.
Nice.
Of course, our Oldhim, of course, our Lexi, and a dash, because of course, there's always seems to be one dash that hits the top 8.
Did you say the Katsu as well? Did I hear that or no?
Did not say Katsu as well. That is also a thing, which is, that's another thing. We haven't seen Katsu actually do anything recently. And this is kind of Katsu's first push to show that, hey, I am a relevant hero. I can do stuff. So
maybe it's the Poland people traveled over.
Yeah, that's true. They were kind of big on Katsu, so that might be it. It might be the Polish team making Katsu relevant, which I gotta imagine when Old goes, it's just that's all they're gonna be working on. I gotta imagine they're gonna come out with the best Katsu list.
Yeah, it'll be sweet.
Yeah. But the Icelander beat the Katsu, the Lexi beat the Dash, Oldhim beat the Dromai, and then the other Dromai beat the Kano. So kind of exactly how you expected. That Oldhim Dromai matchup is the classic 90-90 matchup where both heroes feel like they have a 90% win into each other. But the second Oldhim Dromai matchup, the Dromai came victorious. So Oldhim did not get more points in this Battle Harden. And then between Lexi and Icelander, Lexi came out. So a finals of Lexi versus Lexi versus Dromai goes to Lexi. Kind of how you would expect. It's more Lexi favored. All she has to do is kind of get an endless arrow, and then she can just start shooting down dragons all day. Really, the Dromai player, which we don't know the list quite yet. We don't know. I didn't watch that game, so I don't know if it was like a battle mage Dromai or if it was more of a big dragons. But I feel like in order for Dromai to have a chance against Lexi, you kind of need Tumultai to happen early and to blow up that new horizon. So
big time. No, I would agree without a doubt.
Yeah. But Lexi got there. So Lexi's been getting some good points this Living Legend.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where that ends up altogether.
Yeah, in fact, honestly, that 142 points that she got, that might have been 100 from this Battle Harden. So it might have been just that big.
Could have been.
Not sure.
Definitely could. Either way, she's cooking.
She is cooking. She's definitely cooking. So, that's kind of, as far as the big events that's been going on, that's what was here this last weekend. Now, we did get some spoilers since the last time.
I think just one, right?
I thought we got 2. Maybe we did just get 1.
Maybe I haven't been paying attention, which is all we know is true. I don't pay enough attention.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think it is just 1. It's not one I'm particularly excited about, but let's talk about it anyways.
I'm stoked.
Okay, perfect. We'll get the 2 different stories. All right, so I'll just talk about it, and I'll let you sell me on this card.
All right, go for it.
Anthem of Spring. All right, it's a blue pitch, 0 cost Earth action card that blocks for 2. It's a Briar specialization, so we are getting all these specializations from each hero. Briar gets one as well, which would have been the last hero I would have thought got a specialization from this set.
Right? I'll take it.
And it reads, the next attack action card you play this turn gets +1. Go again. And it also, just like all the other specialization cards, it has the Unity mechanic, which reads, when this defends with together with a card from hand Create an embodiment of Earth token under any number of heroes' controls.
Yeah, no, that card seems crazy so far, in my opinion. Definitely with Briar. I know you said I need to pitch it and sell it to you.
I need to be sold on it because I'm gonna say it right now. I think the card's ass. So sell it to me.
I would. Okay. I don't think it's ass.
Okay.
I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's the best card in general. Like, there's way more powerful cards, but it does replace other cards in the deck, which this will have more versatility and usability than, like, say, Sotomaro. Because give it Sotomaro's a blue, it's an Earth, blocks for 2. All these things meet the same exact stats. But this has the ability to, maybe if you need that extra +1 on a turn that's crucial, so say if a Force of Nature out or you have something that you really want that on hit to happen, it could maybe help with that. The probability of you playing it for that ability is very low.
Okay.
The actuality, this card is the best for blocking with the Unity, where you're able to, no matter what, get your embodiment Earth and be able to block with maybe just 2 cards in your hand to cover up at least 6 power or more. So I think it just replaces a slot for one of the blue Earth pitches in the deck to something that's just a little more usable, because Sotomaro, you're never playing Sotomaro. You're just pitching it or fusing it.
Well,
so it just gives you kind of like...
You can play it from your arsenal, draw a card, gives you halfway to an embodiment of lightning.
It's like, but so does this.
Yeah, but it replaces... Sotomaro replaces itself. That's what I like about Sotomaro.
I don't know. I've never been hot. Sotomaro is fine, but I've never been, like, hot on it. I never like, oh yeah, I want to play Sotomaro. Like, what line can I play that doesn't use Sotomaro?
All right. That's good.
I could be wrong.
I hear you on that. Now I'm going to give my take on it. I'll respond to what you're saying.
As the pro player and the real player, not just the kid.
You play more Briar than I have, so it's fair. Okay.
But you're a better player. We know this.
I did get her points on the board. Okay. Anyways. Okay. So does Anthem of Spring just hard replace Weaver? Absolutely. It's just a much better Weaver, right? But does it hard replace other Earth cards? That's where I'm at. If this card blocked for 3 on its own, I would say 100% yes. But because on its only blocks for 2, then I'm less for it. Now, I hear what you're...
Does it really block for 2? Could block for
right.
3.
I hear what you're saying. As far as it, you could do a 2-card block for 3. You could even do a 2-card block for 9. Potentially, right? If you have a 3 block and you already have 1 embodiment of Earth, you're making a 2nd embodiment of Earth, so you have a 3 block that turns into a 5 block, and then this turns into a 4 block. Boom, easy. But as a Briar player, only very few times have I wanted to block with 2 cards from my hand, and that's why I would rather take the utility of Sotomaro. Or some people have mentioned Amulet of Earth, being able to replace that. I'd take Amulet of Earth. I'd take Sotomaro over Anthem of Spring currently. Now, if we go into more of a more mid-range Briar that plays Crown of Seeds, that does some other type mechanics, maybe not so big aggro coming at you with 2 attacks and a Rosetta Thorn every turn, then okay, maybe I can see this card putting in ways. But right now, with how Briar plays, I don't think I want to block with 2 cards out of my hand.
That's fair. I don't know. I think when you need to block with it, it's going to feel a lot better to have it. I see your point. I totally agree. Because Force of Nature, it blocks better than it actually does anything else.
If blocking for 3 but most times 4, pretty damn good. Yeah.
So I feel like it'll just be able to make it so Briar can survive some of these huge attacks. Because I don't know. I could be wrong. Your logic is better than mine.
I think it's fair. Well, a lot of people have that same opinion that Anthem of Spring is just hard replacing Sotomaro. I guess we will find out. I think we will definitely see a huge influx of Anthem of Springs in the beginning. But my prediction is that it will be phased out unless Briar goes to a more blocking. I could see within set possibly being a blocking Runeblade. Briar might take that upon herself as well, in which case Anthem of Spring, totally see it getting played.
I guess I'm just excited they got specialization.
She did get a specialization, and you know what? You should be totally excited because she's going to be sticking around so you can play with it in CC. because I don't think this has room in the in Blitz, only because Plunder Run. It's like so good. So, but if you were to play, it would be in CC. You can play in CC now, so I think you should be excited to at least play it and at least try it out.
Oh yeah. Nonetheless, cool card.
Yeah.
Might not be good, but cool.
Yeah, and I have been wrong plenty of times, so it wouldn't even surprise me if I'm wrong about this. Okay, so yeah, that's the only spoiler we got. It's been a little slow. I kind of want a little bit more.
Well, they're like pre-spoilers, not even real spoilers. I guess.
I'm so hungry for something though. I really,
dude, same.
Like Arteon is officially over, and now it's just I have to wait for this Dusk Till Dawn.
I mean, I bet at the upcoming when's LA Battle Hardened?
That will be at the end of June.
They might give you something there.
I'm sure. And then the next week after is when the official spoilers start coming. So that's when we'll really be cranking those out.
We'll be real busy. People are going to see the best videos
busy
of their lives.
Bees. We will classically miss a video from how busy we'll be. That seems to be happening. Actually, I think
one video. That's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, we are running like chickens with no heads during that week.
Oh God, right? But that's all right. We do it for you guys because we love
that. Is for sure. Okay, I think the last thing I want to talk about is, we got the War of the Monarch release coming out, where your store can choose to do a Monarch draft, which would be pretty damn cool to celebrate the Dusk Till Dawn release. Oh, yeah. Where you can get Dusk Till Dawn packs before the official release, which is even cooler.
Sweet.
Cold foils are going to be out of the heroes.
Prism and Vincent, the baby dolls of them.
That's pretty dope.
Unbelievably.
Herald of Ravages being full or rainbow foil full arts. Better go ahead and pick those up. You see where all the other Herald cards are right now.
Oh my God, dude. They went up so much.
They are up hella high. So go ahead and pick those up.
Now, they didn't show any playmats, right? Like, do you think they might sneak in a playmat without us knowing? We
know the playmats for the Armory. I don't think that they'll give a playmat out for that event. I think it's just the cold foils.
That's fair. I mean, I'm content with that.
Right. And then the other thing I don't think we actually talked about yet, and I do want to talk about because I think it'll go unnoticed to a lot of people, is the Dragon Shields are doing promos. Yes. If you buy, let's see, they have the Vincent and Prism art.
Yep, the young hero.
Yeah, the young hero art. So if you buy a Dragon Shield art of the young Prism Advent of Thrones, then you get a cold foil Luminaris. Rainbow foil. Okay.
I'm pretty sure rainbow foil.
I actually think it is rainbow foil. I don't think that they'll ever give out just a cold foil like that. So you get a rainbow foil Luminaris weapon. So
that's still great.
Pretty damn cool. Same for Vincent. If you get the sleeves, you get a rainbow foil, flail, a little whipper.
Flail of agony, baby.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So that's actually pretty cool. That if you wanted a rainbow foil promo weapon, go ahead and get those sleeves to match, and then easy done. You get best of both worlds.
No, that's so cool. Great partnership with that too.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, I think, with it only being a week in between, we'll have a little bit of shorter episodes, but we'll keep bringing them to you. And I think that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I think great week. Congratulations, Eric, for winning that event.
Appreciate it.
Super excited.
Here, hold up.
You guys will need to check out that video. It should be out probably a day. Ooh, look at that, baby. He pulls it out. He wouldn't even show it earlier.
Yeah.
Ben test? Does it pass the Ben test, Eric?
You know what sucks? I'll let y'all know something right here, right now. Is that I don't know if they'll see it. I got it a little scuffed up on the edges, so it's definitely not a gradable one. That's for sure.
Well loved.
Yeah,
you'll be using it.
Yeah,
your Emperor. But yeah, so definitely check that video out. It'll probably be out within a day or two after this podcast goes live. I will make sure to link it in the comments when the video goes live, but check it out a day or two after. Just click the channel. Notification bells on. You'll see it. And
I mentioned this in the video, and I'll just mention it now too. If you guys Icelander is a very hard hero. It's probably the hardest. In fact, if you
the
think
brain's on fire,
if you think there's a harder hero, go ahead and comment. I won't fight you. I'm just kind of more curious what everyone's opinions are. It's like what the hardest hero is.
Oh yeah.
But if so, I only give out the deck list and I give out why certain cards are in there and what cards I bring in for some matchups. But I can go more into detail at actually how to play Iyslander. If that's something you guys are interested in, just let me know.
I probably need it, so I'm sure we're interested.
Yeah. But yeah. All right, cool. Well, another great week of Flesh and Blood. We'll have all new stuff to talk about next week. I'm almost certain. Hopefully some new promos or some new spoilers.
I like the way that sounds.
I am hoping
more specialization.
Yeah, more specialization. So surely they can't just stop now, right? There's no way Briar's the last one. That would no way.
Whack.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Gabe, for helping me out on this one. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next time, keep on battling.